What's going on YouTube? Billy Rains here coming to you with the trucking news, but today it's going to be a little bit different. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see more content like this, and comment down below any trucking companies that you think they may have left off of this list. But it's kind of a long article, so we're going to get straight into it. The largest trucking companies that went bankrupt in 2022. So we got this from FreightWaves, which is another cool. I know we usually use CDL Life, but FreightWaves is a great source of news also. So it says it's been a rough year for the trucking industry following the red hot market conditions of 2020 and 2021. I'm not gonna read too much of this because, like I said, we need to get into it. But this is the list of the companies, and it basically goes from like the smallest company to the largest company that closed its doors in 2022. So we're going to get straight into it. It also says, so here are some small trucking companies that went bankrupt this year. So you got Freon Logistics, Navarro Trucking Group, JCB Trucking Enterprises, McClellan Trucking and Duran Transfer, Elite Transportation, Rooney Trucking, and LW Miller Coes. So these are going to be the largest. I guess that was like the honorable mentions. So these are going to be the actual largest trucking companies that filed for bankruptcy in 2022. So we got Marvin Keller Trucking, 115 drivers. This was reported that they filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy on April 22nd. The company was founded in 1965. So Joseph Keller, the president of the trucking company, stated in the bankruptcy filing that the company was unable to keep up with fuel wages and other operating expenses, marketing conditions, and payment of a $10 million verdict pressured the company's finances. The verdict was a result of a March 2019 crash between Martin Keller, truck driver, and a passenger driver. The passenger driver, 44-year-old Christopher Short, died as a result of the collision. In December 2021, the U.S. District Court's jury entered a $10 million judgment in the favor of the passenger driver's wife and two minor kids. Okay, so the next biggest is Land Air with 135 drivers. Land Air, a Vermont-based less-than-truckload carrier, closed unexpectedly in July. FreightWaves reported it was established in 1968 and specialized in hazmat. On July 28th, the Burlington Free Press reported that the company had filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And so a lot of people were saying that they were confused by the company's shutdown. Corbell Capital Partners, a Los Angeles-based private equity firm, owned Land Air. As FreightWaves previously reported, Corbell decided to close the trucking company because of the rising costs associated with the trucking industry. Private equity firms are increasingly concerned with the low return on investment in the transportation industry. So the next one is going to be UFI Transportation. They had 213 drivers. United Furniture Industries, one of the largest furniture manufacturers in the U.S., terminated all of its 2,700 employees on November 21st. This included its trucking firm, the Mississippi-based UFI Transportation. According to a federal database, UFI Transportation employed 213 drivers. Okay, the next one is going to be Matheson Postal Services, 383 drivers. And this is actually the largest company that closed their doors in 2022, according to this article. Several carriers that service the U.S. Postal Service filed for bankruptcy this year. By far the largest was California-based Matheson, which filed for Chapter 11 on May 5th. Matheson was established in 1962, is still operating, and said in its May filing that it planned to reorganize. The Postal Service has modernized aspects of long-haul freight operations in order to slash spending. Dynamic route optimization is one key program, allowing the Postal Service to pay carriers per mile rather than through a set contract payment. It's a boon for the Postal Service, which has long struggled to manage costs, but it's challenging for long-term service providers that must adapt to new technology and route plans. One trucking contract told the Washington Post last year that the Postal Service's new software has cost it $110 million and sparked hundreds of layoffs. So anyway, guys, that's going to about do it for this video. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe to my Instagram, Billy Rains YT. If you also want to just send me a tip, the Cash App's right there. But that's going to about do it for this video. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Leave a comment down below if I left any out or if you have anything to add. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.